the court has granted bail. Yes. The next thing, they brought the document and we asked, we want to see the content of this document. They insisted that no, we will not see it. Let's know the place that the court has ordered that the defendant be taken to. They refused to show it to us. We insisted that that document is a public document, that we had the right to see it. Even Sowore himself insisted that he needed to see it, and they refused. The next thing, they were warning all of us, threatening us, wanting to beat us up because we want to fight for our right as a country.
Mr. Maxwell, any of this regards to these lawyers that were initially...
This is the time judiciary need to prove to the world that Nigeria is not a banana republic. We are talking about court premises. Somebody beating people. Listen, I'm telling you that these people, this is an affront to judiciary. And when we are talking about judiciary, we are talking about the bench and the bar. We are not calling MBA. Look at a colleague that came to do his professional work.
Yes, he stained with blood.
You stain the color with blood. We are talking about in court premises. We are a judge. You came to this court that a purported court order was disobeyed. That now you, in the presence of the court, while the court is still sitting, the court that issued the bail order, it was still sitting. You in the presence of the court, you disrupt the entire proceedings of the court. You cause commotion in the court. You beat people up. You get people, somebody arrested. We are talking about the one you did at Federal High Court yesterday. Please, for goodness sake,
some innocent lawyers were arrested here today.
We are saying this and we continue to say it. Nobody is more Nigerian than
any
Nigerian. We have seen series of presidents in this country. We have seen series of Inspector General of Police in this country. We have seen series of...
What happened here is not any legal process.
In the premise
it's
of the
not
court?
Any legal process. Can you introduce yourself? Yes, I'm Papa Temoko. I was with Sowore yesterday when he was arrested and he was taken to this people's office and we were together out with the day until he was detained. What happened here today? Let me just tell you what happened here today. The judiciary today, I think they were disappointed at the order of the court. They didn't inspect the court. They expected the questions that the defendants will not be able to meet. The minute they discovered that the bail terms were so liberal and that in the next few minutes the defendant will be on their way home, that was why they hatched that plan. That IPO CSP Iliasu Barau came here to cause commotion. Look at my hand. When we're struggling, this is blood. Yes, he came to cause commotion. They came to activate provocation. They wanted to it is not, there is no root,
No basis whatsoever.
and for you to know that it was a plan work, a police officer who was there laughing with all of us, that is
There's
also
blood on his beep. You
yes,
can see that there's blood.
who said it's also a comrade. He just came, you know, to deceive us when we were leaving FCT command. You said we were going to see the IG until we saw the gate of Abattoir, IRT. So there's no, we said, where are the prison officials? At that point, he could not answer that question.
And by
He
law,
gave signal to all of them, more than 50 people. They refunded everybody. They destroyed the food sellers table. They even abducted some people.
Yes,
and by law,
Who said they were recording?
by law,
So we are not sure of his safety. We are not sure of his safety. He was
to take
refunded.
the person who has been granted bail to the prison, not at all. My name is Charles Ebe Iluobe. I'm a legal practitioner. With what I saw here today, I got so disappointed and frustrated because what we're seeing in this society, as if we're in a Gestapo society, which is not.
Yes, good afternoon, Barrister.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, I want to bring you up to speed with what transpired at the court some moments ago.
All right, thank you very much. Well, let me start from when we drove into this area of Kuje. There was a barrage of police officers with heavy trucks, with pickups, with hillocks, mounted all over the environment, blockading the court, the access to the court, and only lawyers were allowed to come in. Then we approached court, and the matter of Sowore and 13 others, including our lawyer Jimako, Okere, Kingdom, and others, were called up. We applied after the FIR was read to them. We applied for their bail. The court was gracious enough to grant them bail on very liberal terms. Now, having granted bail, the correctional officers moved some of the detainees back to Kuje prison, whereas Sowore was allowed to remain behind so as to fulfill his bail condition because his shorty was already on ground. While the shorty was fulfilling the bail condition, a policeman came around claiming that he has a remand order. Sowore was sitting under his mango tree here, claiming he has a remand order to detain Sowore. And Sowore was like, show me the order you have. He brought out a piece of paper, flashed it. Sowore said, wait, let me read it. Let me be sure it relates to me. The policeman squeezed the paper, put it in his pocket, and said Sowore should move. Sowore said he can't go anywhere unless he sees the remand order. While they were still talking, the next thing, all the policemen in the environment, more than 100 of them, came into this court compound, surrounded this mango tree where we were all sitting. And the next thing is, they grabbed Sowore by the neck. Some were holding his shirt, some were holding his leg. You know, they were rough handling him. They pushed him until they crashed into this woman's food shop. I don't know what to call it, where he sells food. This is his table. Okay, let me show you. That's the woman's table. They broke it, fell her wear, scattered everything. The woman is there. They destroyed her properties for no just cause. Sowore was not resisting going. He said, show me the order you claim that you have, and I will follow you. But the man did not show the order. He just flashed a piece of paper like this so that you can't read it, and then squeezed it and put it in his pocket, and they all bundled him into their vehicle. One of the lawyers, Tope, was injured. If you check his hand, he's injured. Blood was coming out. His bead, this white thing we wear on the neck, was stained with blood. All of us, we ran away. And then the funny thing is that there was a guy who was a lawyer. He was making a call here. They say he was filming them. They also bundled him into their vehicle and left. And they refused anybody from bringing out their phones. If they saw you with phone, they grab you and throw you into their vehicle. So I want to find out really from Nigeria and from the Inspector General of Police. Did you give your men order to arrest people who video them in when they are arresting people? If you are doing a good work, shouldn't you want to advertise it so that people know, oh, I'm doing a good work? Why are you scared of being videoed? Why are you doing your things in secret? Sowore said that you are a retired police officer. You are not qualified to be Inspector General. Sort it out with him in court. Why send your men to brutalize him whenever he raises that issue outside? Why do you send your men to brutalize? Because that is the essence of that brutality you saw. It was as if there's something personal between the police officers and Sowore. I don't think it was just because there's a remand order. I think there's something deep personal, and they really want to show him that they can deal with him anyhow and anywhere. That's what I saw here. Thank you.
So let's start with your full name. No,
okay, my full name now. Ogugwe is my name.
Okay, yes, sir. Can you tell us what transpired?
So I came in here. At that point, Sowore was sitting right there, and with his lawyers and a few people, they were standing right behind. And you know, all of a sudden, some guy shows up with a white kaftan, and he had a white hat on, and another guy had a brown kaftan on, and he just said, "Oh, something like." I guess he had to cut some kind of remand order or something like that. And then they said, show us the order. The man had it in his pocket. Said, no. The first one he came, he said, no filming me here. Everybody shut your camera down. As he was talking, his militarized police were all over the place. He said, anybody film here, we'll go arrest him. I think they took somebody in the back. I wasn't privy to that. But, you know, and then they said, show us the court order. He had it in his pocket. He's like, see, I'm here. The lawyer said, let us see what do you want to take him to? And all of a sudden, boom, they just bundled him, run him over this woman's table. Just so total toggery, unnecessary. These are police officers. Is that how you run the show? Nah, if that's how you run the show, you're not running the show. Let's be very clear. And you know, and this country is too big for that. You know what I mean? So they were very, very unruly, and I think there was some personal vendetta. And I noticed something also. The guy in the brown had a little conversation with Sowore, where Sowore said to him, I don't know the guy's name. He said to him, you've been doing this since yesterday. This is personal to you. And the guy was saying, you will see today. So if anything happens to Sowore, I'm going to pinpoint that guy. I'm very concerned about. Yeah.
Because of the kind of chaotic way that the Nigerian police force conducted themselves in these premises today. So this is an abuse of the powers of the police. And then It was not only Mr. Sowore that was affected in this chaos that the police demonstrated here today. Lawyers were affected. Lawyers were injured. Lawyers were arrested. Ordinary Nigerians who wanted to capture the experience of what was happening today were arrested and bundled out of this place simply for videoing the situation with their phone. People who were trading were beaten and their goods were destroyed in these premises today. Lawyers who came to represent a lawyer who came to represent the client here today was arrested because he was calling his client and said, okay, court is now sitting, where are you now? They bundled him away that nobody should use phone because the police were in the premises and they were afraid of being videoed or being captured on tape because of the manner they were conducting themselves. So it is the highest level of there are a lot of issues, but most importantly, the ordinary Nigerians who were affected here today, the journalists who were affected here today must report it. Many journalists were affected from I don't know. Let us report this in March. Yes, we don't even know the lawyer. We are trying to look for the client who he came to represent, but he has been arrested and bundled out of this place today. So it's a shameful situation. It's unfortunate. It's an abuse of power, and it is not something that we expect that Nigerians should continue to condone because they brought Mr. Sowore here on the purported allegation that Mr. Sowore has flaunted and violated court order. Meanwhile, they have flaunted and violated the court order granting Mr. Sowore bail here because they did not allow him the opportunity to perfect his bail. If you grant somebody bail and you give the person condition, bring a surety. It is for me to now call somebody that I know meets the bail condition to come and surety me. They have not even given him the opportunity to call anybody or to discuss with anybody to come and stand surety for him. But we are working on all that procedure as it is now.
Your full name?
AK Musa is my name.
Don't worry, anytime we're able to raise for them.